Hi, Tiffany.
Yep, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
All right. Cell phone charger back there if you need one.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Did you get out and enjoy the nice weather we've got going on today?
No, I've actually been resting because I'm about to go to work. So.
You should quit your job and just go outside.
I got a chance to go outside yesterday.
Oh, you got your son. You're fine then. Yeah, I went yesterday. I was playing mini golf with like a work outing, and now I got a sunburn, so I'll stay inside.
Oh wow.
What do you do for work?
My regular job is I work at Discover.
Okay.
Credit card company.
Yeah, the couple. Okay.
But I work at the bar as well. So that's where I'm going.
The moonlight. Nice. What do you do for Discover?
I'm the investigator on the disputes team.
Ooh, okay. So if somebody says this wasn't me, I didn't do anything, I didn't make this charge, and you go, sir, they shipped it to your house. It's in a box. I know.
And
That was very clearly you. Sorry, but
a lot of times they'll say they don't recognize a charge.
Yeah.
Or they go on the internet and do it so they don't have to get asked those questions. And I don't recognize means I forgot about the membership.
Yeah.
Or
my wife found it.
My wife used a card, or my daughter used a card and had something shipped, and I don't know what this is.
Right. Oh no.
In most cases, that's what it is.
Sure. Yeah. It's most cases. Oh sure. You should call it the forget department, not the fraud department.
The amnesia department.
There you go. And how long have you been doing this bartending work?
18 years.
Oh wow. Do you like it? Do you like the pace and the vibe of what you do?
Yeah, I probably will never stop bartending.
Oh, that's really cool to hear. Yeah. I talked to a friend about it. We work in IT, right? So we don't talk to people. But it's like bartending, I feel like, is a really social thing. You're kind of like a therapist for people.
Yeah, the camaraderie, the networking. I have been blessed to gain beautiful friends.
Wow.
Being in the bar world, as they call it.
Sure, that's amazing. Yeah, and honestly, some of my favorite friends have been bartenders. They're just good people. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome. So do you do the full, like, all the way until 2 a.m. shift then?
Yes.
Yeah, ooh, so gotta rest up for that.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not doing nothing until the 7 work.
And then is it a 9 to 5 at Discover?
Well, technically, yeah, it's 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Okay, so that you sleep in a little.
Yeah.
That's okay. It kind of balance it out.
And this is just a 1 day a week. Discover takes up the rest of my time for the most part.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I do get off at a decent time if I want to do something else.
Sure.
But whatever, sometimes I get out of here at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So it really just depends on the crowd and the vibe and everything. But I'm willing to sacrifice a couple hours of sleep
Sure.
for this 1 day. So
I get you 1 day a week. Just go have a little thing. Sure. Have you been working at the same bar for the whole 18 years, or is it multiple?
I've been here 8.
8, okay. Wow.
But I've been at multiple.
Wow.
Some bars have closed down. Some paid more than others, so I left.
Sure. How did they do for COVID? You know, with the restrictions? I know the city kind of shut a lot of stuff down for a little while.
A lot of people stopped bartending because they made it a requirement for you to get vaccinated. I was one of those people.
Sure.
That got vaccinated. I haven't done like any of the boosters or anything like that, but I never had COVID either.
Oh, wow.
So I was very fortunate.
Sure. Yeah, that's very lucky to not have gotten it.
But a lot of people, that whole keep your mouth covered up thing, that wasn't gonna work in the bar world. Like, I can't hear you. Put what you say, pull it down. I can't,
Yeah.
So, a lot of us just stopped working, and we got the little compensation, whatever,
Sure.
while we were off, and we just went to support other bars that didn't require
Yeah.
mask.
Sure. Maybe I'm sure there's plenty of bars that knew what the rules were, but as long as nobody said anything,
Yeah, but
they weren't gonna...
and some of them made a requirement you had to have your vaccination card.
Sure, and they did that, for a while in the city,
Yeah, so it really just depended on where you were in Chicago.
Yeah.
A lot of us migrated to like Lansing and stuff like that.
Yeah, Lansing is Indiana, Illinois, right on the cusp, so it's just kind of whatever. That makes sense. And it's like, what is it? Lansing's like right over here. It's not that far, right?
Yes, it might be 20 minutes out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was doing this here in Chicago. I started in like December of 2019. And then obviously March 2020 is when Lori Lightfoot shut the whole city down. She's like, that's it, nobody's doing anything. And I have a little daughter. I didn't want to get COVID and give her COVID.
Yeah.
But she gave me COVID 4 times.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to get back at it because I'm not waiting anymore.
Yeah, one of my good girlfriends, she got COVID 9 times.
Ooh, wow. I thought I had it a lot.
Yeah, she ended up getting some, what do you call it? Immune system infusions.
Okay.
To kind of help her fight off whatever.
Sure. Because she apparently she was getting it a lot. Was it the type of work she was doing that had a lot of exposure, or?
She was a bartender.
Okay.
And then she works like as a secretary, I think.
Okay.
But she caught it 9 times from the actual bar that she was at.
Just from the bar? Sure. Yikes.
So at that point, she was just like over it.
Yeah.
She left the bar.
Makes sense.
And went to the other place full time.
I see. Do you make pretty good money doing bartending?
Yeah. For me, my kids are, one is grown, one is almost grown. I'm really at home for the most part by myself outside of the dog. It keeps me busy, I guess.
Yeah, busy, a little social.
Yeah, but I mean, the money is always gonna come if you are a good bartender and you're not a jerk, you're not stealing people money, you don't have a bad attitude.
Yeah.
The money's gonna come.
Sure, I believe that.
I thank God I'm not pressed about getting a dollar or two.
Sure.
So
that's good. Yeah, that's very lucky. So you can just go out and have a good time and do a good job and let it be, and you're not as much pressure, you're not hungry for it. So that's good. That's good. The 2 kids?
Yes.
Boy, girl, girl.
A boy. My son is 25. My daughter is 17.
Oh, nice. You got both. That's good. Are they staying here in Chicago, or are they gonna?
My daughter's gonna go away.
Yeah.
To school. My son was. He went to EIU.
Okay.
Graduated. He's done.
Nice. Where's your daughter gonna go to school?
Now that is a different. She is debating on whether or not she wants to go to Indiana or Ohio.
I see. Okay. She know what you want to study yet?
She actually wants to go to school to be a veterinarian.
Oh, that's a hard route for sure.
So I kind of want to leave it to her because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I have giving her resources to reach out to people in that field.
Oh, that's good.
I have a couple of cousins that went to school for that.
Sure.
So they're always in communication with each other, but I don't ever want to, I've never been the type of parent, I don't want my kids to say, I did this for you because you wanted me to do it. So I want her to be able to express her feelings, her thoughts, her views, and, you know, if it doesn't work out in that regard, okay, well, let's figure something else out. But I don't ever want them to say, I did it because of you.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. That's such a great viewpoint, and that's so important. Yeah, veterinary schools are harder to get into than medical schools.
Really?
Because it's multiple physiologies, right? Humans are one animal, but veterinaries, they have to know dogs, cats, turtles, lizards, fish, birds.
Right.
You got to know everything, and it's all different biologies, every single one, and you got to know them all. So it's really hard, but if you can get into it, I mean, it's crazy good money, so that's good. If you can get into it. So more power to her. That's great, and that's a great philosophy. My daughter, she's 9.5, and you know, everybody's always asking, "What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do?" And she's like, "I have no idea." And I'm like, "Yeah, kid, like most people in their 30s change their mind about what they want to do anyways. Nobody knows what they want to be when they grow up. You're fine. You don't have to figure it out."
Yeah.
And her response, she's like, "I didn't ask to be born. I didn't choose this. So why do I have to figure it out?" And I was like, "You know what? Ask your mom, because it wasn't up to me either." So that's where she goes. But yeah.
I miss my children at that age.
They grow up too fast, don't they?
So fast.
I was on a flight, and there was a baby, and it was like crying, and I smelled the poop because it had a dirty diaper, and it just made me wish and miss having kids and miss having a baby, because I used to always change a diaper, and if there's a poopy diaper, means your baby's growing and everything's working fine. So to me, a poopy diaper is a good thing. So I love changing her diapers. We had a really good time. I always made her laugh, and I miss those moments. But that baby's gone. I'll never see her again, and it's so sad. What do you think is the best age for having kids? What do you think so far?
Definitely not the age I had my son. But I really just think, at this point, I don't even think it's necessarily age.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's about your health, because it's the younger generation, they're so messed up, and they put all this stuff in their bodies, and then they're trying to have a baby, and now the baby's, getting sick because they put all this stuff in their system. They don't want to stop, or they are addicted and can't stop.
Right. Pass that on to their kids.
Yeah. So I really just think when I had my daughter, me and their dad was 24.
Okay.
When I got pregnant. When we got pregnant.
Yeah. It does take two to do that.
So my son is 25. He does want to have children.
Yeah.
I am not necessarily in a rush to be a grandma. I'm 41.
Yeah. So okay. You're still young.
I'm just getting into the empty nesting phase of my life.
Yeah.
He's just getting into the, he's been, since he left for college, he has not been back home.
Okay.
So he's been paying rent on his own, doing the grown man thing.
That's good.
I want him to be able to have a life, an adult life, enjoy his friends, he has a girlfriend. Yeah. But even if he changes his girlfriends every week, I want him to, to have that experience.
Yeah.
And then, go through the courting phase, the dating phase, the getting to know somebody before you commit to trying to have a baby, or not even commit to having a baby. Get wrapped up in the night and end up having a baby.
Right, exactly. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Get wrapped up in the night, but not wrapped up and accidentally have a baby.
Right. So I told him if that's what you really thinking about having children, you at least wait until you're 30.
Yes.
Give me 30 at least.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good number. I think that's around a good time to have kids. I wanted to have kids around 30, 35. I'm 37 now. 38 next Sunday, but and that's around now is when I was like, yeah, I think I'd have my, and it's true. Now I feel stable. Now I'm ready. Now I'd love to have kids. Turns out again, it takes two people, and I'm not the one that gets to do that.
But yeah, I wanted to be 50 before I had grandchildren, but I can't control that.
Right. Your option.
Now I might be 50. I hope, hopefully, when my daughter starts having children, I'm 50 plus.
Sure.
But
yeah, if she's going to vet school, she's got like 7 years, so hopefully that buys you some time.
I hope she's so wrapped up with the animals she doesn't even think about that stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good. So then what would you say is your favorite age for the children, since you've had them from baby to grown? What's your favorite time? If you could go back to it, which one would you like?
You know what I really miss? I miss getting up, making them breakfast, getting them ready for school, dropping them off at school, going to the parent-teacher conferences, going to the performances at school.
Oh, yeah.
I miss all that stuff.
Sure.
I was a really, really addicted hands-on mom.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wanted to make sure the teachers knew who I was. I wanted to make sure the principal knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted my kids' friends to know who I was, their parents.
Yeah.
I was real big on that. So I missed that stage, because now it's like, yeah, I'm at my friend's house. Who's your friend? I never saw your friend. Where's the parents? Like, so I'm still in that mode.
Yeah.
But I mean, they older now. She's 17.
Right.
I can't necessarily tell her not to befriend people.
Yeah.
And my son is grown, so
You don't get to
the
choose
good
any
thing
of it,
is I have instilled in them being cautious about who you call your friend, who you call your best friend, who you call brother, sister, things of that nature. You're gonna have people that you work with. That's gonna be your work family. Some people just gonna be your associates. Some people just gonna be people in passing that you see on a regular basis. Everybody is not your friend.
Yep.
Everybody does not have to know where you live.
Mm-hmm.
You are going down here where these other cards are.
I was gonna say on the left side, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So,
Yeah.
they're really good about picking and choosing, because they are very private people. They don't like people in their business.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good then. Yeah, and that's so important, because you're not giving yourself. You're keeping some of that, and that's so important to set those boundaries. So that's really great. Yeah. Well, here
All
you
right,
are.
dear. Thank you so
You're
much. It's
very
been
welcome.
an amazing conversation.
Yeah, it was
with
great.
you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, you two be safe.
Thanks.
And happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.